that goes out the window with me. I don't care who comes on. I don't care if Jesus played for Liverpool and he came down and told me, Paul, don't be getting slap. Don't be giving it loads about slapping. I wouldn't care. Liverpool away to Marseille in the Champions League. Now, what I want to talk about, obviously, is what's been said in the media this week and what people are talking about on social media and what I'm talking about with friends and stuff. And that is Slot. That's the main subject, is that he's under pressure. You all know from watching my previous videos that I'm not a big fan of Slot. I really amn't. Would I like him to go on and win the league and do better things and prove us all wrong? Of course, 100%, no problem. Love it. But the thing is, his record at the moment and where he's come from at the end of last season is diabolical. I've seen something today where Roy Hodgson actually has a better record in the last 17 games. His win ratio has dropped below Roy Hodgson's in the 70. Now, I know you can pick and choose stats, but I guess I don't have to show stats because you know with the results, I think we had 7 losses in a row this season. 7 losses in a row. Has that ever been done? I think someone said that hadn't been done for Liverpool since 1954. So when you see Ali McCoist and you see Phil Thompson, I see all these lads coming on the Fed and Slot. How could you say that they're all? How would you, and then you feel like a fan, you feel like a bit of a tit because why are we overreacting? Well, they are not going to they're not going to, mention he should get the sack on national television or on YouTube or whatever the channels are on because it looks bad as them as professional pundits or whatever you want to call it. But so that goes out the window with me. I don't care who comes on. I don't care if Jesus played for Liverpool and he came down and told me, Paul, don't be getting slap. Don't be giving it loads about slapping. I wouldn't care. It would not bother me. I'm looking at the results. I'm looking at the way they're playing football. I'm looking at his demeanour, the way he's reacting with the fans, the way he's everything he's actually failing in every subject or every department. Very bad with the fans, I think. Football is atrocious. Results are bad. He will say he's unbeaten in, I don't know how many games it is now. But I'd look at the losses and the drop points against teams you should be beating. I seen a graph today as well. Now, again, I know we can pick stats and stuff out, but it's like a 38-game rolling graph. So basically from the start of last season all the way through to now, and the drop-off is crazy. And look, I know it sounds bad because I'm hoping a new manager comes in. But do I feel bad, for a man wanting to lose his job? No. He's a multi-millionaire and all these boys are multi-millionaires. Why should you feel sorry for lads they have more money than we can ever dream of? If we walked into a restaurant, they'd get free food, we wouldn't, because they'd want a picture with them. Do you understand that? And we're feeling sorry for a lot of these people. I don't feel sorry. I mean, it's the nature of the game and they're getting paid big, big money. So don't think that, you shouldn't, because that's the way sometimes they make you feel, wishing another man lose his job. That's not to the working man. This is to the likes of these who are earning millions. I mean, they're just going to go on to another club and get more money and more money. It's never going to stop for them, so don't feel bad. Look, I want Slot to be successful. I want him to kick on, and I want him, but it should be said. I'm telling you now, it's not coming around. It's not coming back. And actual fact, I'd love to know. Maybe I'm wrong here. I'm asking you. Has there ever been a case where a manager has dropped so far off that to the point where he is, that they've actually come back and won trophies again? I don't know the answer for that. Maybe there is, or maybe you can point one out who's done that, who's dropped so far off like Slot, but they've come back to be successful. I just want to see, is there a story out there, or is there a success story of a manager where that happened? I know, checking today again, Ranieri got sacked the season after winning the league with Leicester. Happened to Conte, happened to Mourinho. So it does happen. It's nothing strange. And look, are we entitled as Liverpool fans? It does sound, you're entitled. I think when you win a league and you spend 450 million and you drop off to this point, and a bad place, I think, you have to start thinking about and talking about. So I hope I'm wrong here, but imagine I know 1,000,000% he's getting the sack. So I just think there's a delay in the inevitable. So anyways, Marseille tonight. It'll be interesting. I think I said in the last video that 14 points should... Was it 14? Sorry. No, it wasn't 14. Boom, boom, boom. Let me check here real quick. Yeah, sorry. I thought 16 points would get us in the top 8. Now, Liverpool is 11 at the moment. 2 wins would obviously... 15, 18. 2 wins would definitely get us into the top 8. We'll just save us 2 games. But will 4 points do it? Hopefully. 4 points out of the last 2 games is a possible yes, but would I be surprised? No. Even Liverpool at home in the last game against Warburg, I still don't have the faith in them anymore to do that. They're probably better away, and I actually think Liverpool could be better away, because I think even though we're slow we're slow in transition, turning the ball around and getting teams on the counter, but the thing about being away is other teams feel they have to go at you. They can't do the slow block thing, or get everyone behind the ball, because there is a sense of they're at home, they have to kind of go for it, which probably suits Liverpool a little bit. So I actually think, which is crazy, Liverpool probably get a better chance of getting a result tonight than to have a home at Anfield. Now, that might not be the case. They could go on and win these 2 games. They might not either, but nothing surprises you, as you know. Liverpool need more. They need to do a lot more. They need to be a lot better. So I mean, we'll see tonight how we get on after the weekend against Burnley, but there's no doubt about there's pressure on their slot. Start lineups, let me see. You know this shite. But Alisson, we know. Kirkus, Van Dijk, Gomez in. Again, Gomez, he's back. I love Gomez. Injury prone, but I love him. Kanata is not there. Look how short we are again. Centre half. Look, we made a silly mistake with Gueye again. I think we could have got him done before the season started, and now we're in a bad spot again. And it just looks like we're a bit lost at the moment. Frimpong, who's been doing well in fairness in the last few games. Szoboszlai, who had a nightmare the other day. A nightmare. Did you see him trying to slow the game down against Burnley? Jesus. Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah's back tonight. And of course, you heard me with Salah. I was kind of giving out a bit with Salah throughout the season because he wasn't performing. I hope this is a fresh start for him coming back after the African nations. I actually hope he goes on and gets goals for us, because if we get goals, it might just kick on from there. But I hope Salah, I really hope he scores tonight in his first game back. Ekitike, who's been brilliant for us all season, we know this. And Wirtz, who's actually, he's coming along brilliantly. So, yeah, let's see how the first half goes, and we'll be back. So that's half time. Liverpool leading 1-0 going into the break. Great goal, great strike from Szoboszlai. Very clever. And keeping up that good form, getting us goals. I think Liverpool were the better team in this half. That goal from Ekitike, I thought that was brilliantly done. That's what I want to see more of Liverpool doing on the break. That's, turning balls over. Gravenberch won it in midfield. Tipped it on to Salah. Salah carried it. Put it into Szoboszlai's stride, and he squared it for Ekitike. No mess, and got the job done quick. I know the goal didn't count, but that's the way I like to see Liverpool moving. And they did it a couple of times in a half. Quick counter football. That's what we need to get back to doing. I'd like to see Liverpool pressing more, but look, the other thing was a positive, I guess. I thought they were the better team. They gave nothing away. Marseille had possession, but had no chances. Liverpool defended very well. Going into the half there, Liverpool winning 1-0, and deservedly so. There was a shout for a handball there in the just before the half time there, but I felt it would have been harsh to give a penalty, so rightly so. But look, it's going to be short and sweet. Liverpool are the better team. They deserve this. You can't fault them for this performance. I mean, they're defending well, and yeah, they're up 1-0, which is good. Let's see how the second half goes. It'd be great to get out of here with 3 points going into the last game against Quarterberg. I want that top 8 spot. Full time, Liverpool gets to win 3-0. Very good performance from Liverpool. Second goal from Frimpong. I thought Frimpong looked lively tonight. And to be fair, Salah looked like he was going to tap it in anyways, but I'm not sure if it come off the defender or the keeper, but I think that'll get on as an own goal. But Frimpong done very well for it. And of course, on the break again, for the third goal at the end of the game, Gakpo put it away. First 10 minutes, Marseille came out a bit lively. Greenwood tested the keeper, tested Allison. But other than that, they had only one clear-cut chance. That wasn't even a clear-cut chance. Greenwood sidestepped Wirtz and he took that effort. But I'm saying, at the very end, we didn't give that away. At the dying day of the game, Szoboszlai, or not Szoboszlai, Agbamuni had a good chance. But other than that, we were solid. I thought Gomez was very good. He didn't put a pass wrong the whole game. Van Dijk was solid, won all these aerial battles. Yeah, I think, I mean, I can't fault anyone. I think Ekatike was busy. I think he was a handful for them. What I noticed in this game, and maybe you have too, but Liverpool on the break, like they were a lot quicker tonight in the break, and you know that's what Liverpool should be doing in Premier League games. Now, bear in mind, Marseille was more attacking; they didn't sit behind the ball, so them chances are going to come off for us, or them opportunities. But in the Premier League, Liverpool get opportunities like that as well. They're just slow it down to do. And tonight, they made a count, which is what they should be doing. It should be more direct. The one thing I will say, and I watched it a few times, and I'm looking out for the whole time, we don't, like, even when the opposition defence have the ball, we just stand off them. You get an odd little run from maybe someone from midfield, just, on the front foot, they'll just follow through and try and put them under pressure and make that run. But other than that, no. Even Ekatike, I'm a fan of. I think he's a handful for anything. They're 5 or 10 yards away from the defenders. Defenders are just walking out with it. I think that's horrible. I think goals come from putting defenders under pressure or forcing them to make mistakes. It does. Like, we don't do that enough. Tonight now will be looked at as positive as far as a clean sheet, 3 goals. I mean, we're not big scorers in this Champions League. But there's still more in this team, We have to press more. But look, great result tonight. Delighted. It gives us a chance of getting to the top 8. But, it's completely different in the Premier League. Marseille were okay in flashes. Liverpool kept them at bay. But the Premier League is a different fish, you know that. And Bournemouth up at the weekend away is going to be a test. I kind of think Liverpool are a nearly better team away than they are at home. But yeah, look, we're not going to see. We're going to find out where we are over the next few weeks again. But yeah, great result. On to Bournemouth now this weekend, and hopefully you get the 3 points there and kick on. I can't see it happening. I think over the long term, over doom and gloom here, but I think over the next 5 to 10 games, I think we're going to be found out. I think the squad is a bit wanting as well with injuries and stuff. As the season goes deep into the Champions League, it's going to be telling on us. So, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm wrong. And, we get a serious run behind us. Like, and start getting points and start looking good on the ball. Start, getting more chances, putting teams under pressure. I'd love to see all this happening. But look, to be fair, Slot had them up. You can see it. He had them, they didn't take a breath tonight as far as when they got the ball, they were direct. They tried to score directly. They didn't wait around and do what they usually do. So that's a plus. I just hope to get better as the games goes on and more to do. So anyways, we'll leave it there and yeah, we'll be talking soon.